big corporations, boutiques, the little man, the big guy. What is it for you? We're giggling a little bit right here. We'll be right back. We'll share what's going on. Where am I at today? Who am I talking with? What is happening? Stay tuned. Hey everyone, I'm Corrie Sommers, a local Los Angeles realtor, and today I'm here with the Artinian girls at their location in Toluca Lake. Who are the Artinian girls and why are we talking? Well, guess what? They are real estate agents like me too. That's right. I am not afraid to talk with other real estate agents when we're interviewing local businesses here in Los Angeles. And these lovely ladies have transformed an amazing space on Riverside Drive here in Toluca Lake, right next to Foreman's, in between Foreman's and Generali's. And so what I wanted to sit down with you girls with, because not only are you amazing, not only is this space amazing, but you've done so many activities in the community the last couple of years that I've really noticed.
Thank you.
And you're also chamber members, which is why I've noticed a little bit more, because I pay attention, right? But you guys have such great energy.
Thank you.
So first and foremost, tell me why you picked Toluca Lake.
We love Toluca Lake. Toluca Lake feels like home for us. Not many people know this, but Michelle and I were actually born in Toluca Lake. Our dad built a house on Foreman Avenue. We didn't grow up here, but that's where we were born. We spent our first few years here, and then after we moved away, went to college and came back and wanted to figure out where home was. The first place Michelle and I bought a house was actually in Toluca Lake, and it just feels like home. It's the reason everybody loves Toluca Lake.
Right. It's funny. I share this story myself. When I bought a property for the first time, I was looking at Toluca Lake, and I was looking at a condo, and it wasn't cheap. And I was like, oh my God, how am I going to afford this? Like, I literally would not have money for food because I was working corporate. So I went further south, bought a place, but then my corporate job laid me off. I started working in the industry as a loan officer and saw how easy it was to leverage my retirement and all this stuff to start buying property. Well, in that span of 2 years of buying like 6 homes, I didn't think to come back and buy in Toluca Lake. And where am I at now? For years, I'm like, why did I not come back and buy in Toluca Lake? So, yeah, I get it. So this affinity, you live here. What made you ladies enter real estate? Because you're building your own brand, you're building your own team. It's the two of you working together. And if I understand correctly, how do you work together? Because are you both selling, or is one of you handling the transaction side?
We both sell. We work on every deal together, but we kind of play off each other's strengths and weaknesses. So Nicole normally negotiates the deal. I am a little bit more detail oriented. I do the follow-up. I'm kind of the paper girl, I would say. So we kind of complement each other in that aspect.
It's really awesome because like on every deal we have 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 hands on everything. So there's never anything that's missed. If I have missed it, Michelle picked it up, and vice versa. It's just, we really complement each other in that aspect. So it's really awesome.
I think that's amazing. 2 eyes better than 1. I mean, shoot, I have a lot of work on my plate. I need 5 clients. So I get it. Yes. For those of you that think real estate agents only open doors, it's so much more than that.
Way more.
So much more. I kind of hate the real estate shows for making it seem like that.
Yes.
No diss to anybody on TV. I know your business is blown up. But here now that you're, especially in the village, right on Riverside, and you guys were at the holiday open house, you do your spring activity with some of the other businesses, and I understand you're doing something for Valentine's Day.
I'm very excited.
Share a little bit about that, because we're gonna, well, wait. We might not go live right before Valentine's Day, but still share what.
We'll still share.
Sorry.
We love doing community events. I think that that's one thing that makes Toluca Lake amazing is the community, the businesses, the people who live here, the people who come. So one thing Michelle and I have tried to focus on is a couple events a few times a year that brings people to Toluca Lake so they can enjoy the businesses, the restaurants, you know, everything that we love. So coming up for Valentine's Day, it'll actually be February 10th. From 2 to 4, we're partnering with some of the businesses. There's going to be cookie decorating, Valentine making, an ice cream truck, local deals with businesses, music, a Girl Scout cookie selling cookies, all kinds of stuff. And that's kind of what we try to do throughout the year with some other businesses in the area.
It's important for us to not only just be the girls selling real estate in Toluca Lake. We love it here. We want to do something for the community. We also are passionate about giving back in the community. So it's a big passion for us.
And I have to say this, so they're members of the chamber, and I would probably push them to participate more, but they're already doing so much. And as someone who's on the board and always doing a ton. I think you guys are making a huge impact with everything that you're doing.
Thank
We
you for that.
appreciate
Very
it.
sweet.
We want to promote you as much as possible. But it's funny because on the 10th, I'm actually doing a seminar, right? And so I was like, oh crap, what time is their thing? Because I want to because, and I have to ask this, are you going to have those amazing cookies that you had during the holiday open house? Their holiday open house setup was amazing. Your friend made these cookies.
Oh, eat them up.
Oh, no,
not for this, but I'm actually going to be making the cookies that we can decorate. And I'm not to toot my own horn, but a very, very good cook. So, I'll have good cookies, they just won't be those. Okay, next time, next event.
Well, let's talk about that because your holiday open house setup was so fun.
Well,
you
thank
had
you.
a photo booth, you had music going on, you had really good desserts. Really good. Like I came back looking for these cookies after I watched the strip. They were gone. They were good. What made you decide to go that route? Because it was almost like a mini party in here, just like at Corrie's office and just like at a couple of locations.
We wanted it to be something fun. It was the first time it was back at night after a couple of years. It was the 100th, so we wanted it to be something where people could remember their night. So we had a photo booth set up that printed out a photo and emailed it to you. And we love desserts, and so it's like we were kind of always thinking, well, 1 would be good, but like 5 would be great. So we kind of go a little overboard on everything we do, but that's just kind of our personality. So.
And then also with the new office, we wanted people to come inside. So we thought photo booth inside, then they're coming inside, they're seeing this beautiful space, and then they can meet us. So it's kind of the best of both worlds.
Let's talk shop.
There we go.
Yeah, we were talking earlier, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to bring this up, but let's just bring it up. We were mentioning how someone had a podcast, and they brought a newer agent that's been doing amazing, phenomenal. And when I say that, he's selling very high-end homes, price points that are just like one deal can set him up for 3 years, but he's selling 4 or 5 of them a year. He mentioned that for 3 years before he was licensed, he told everybody he was selling real estate. And both of you had this reaction of, which was my reaction, what? And I think that in our industry, there's a lot of challenges that we face innately, right? Because a big part of our business is getting business.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you have people that lie, pretend, that are competing against us, and maybe they study everyone that's doing really well, and so they're good at what they're saying. It kind of leaves an unfair playing field, and as well as it does a disservice to the consumers. What do you guys share with your clients that your mission, if you will, what's most important to you in helping them is about? Because to me, that's what it is. Like, how am I going to help you? And always be honest, always have transparency, and always work really hard. What do you guys share with your clients? What do you find some of those challenges?
Sure. So I think that our biggest, our number one value add mission statement is we really look at real estate as a relationship and not a transaction. And I think focusing on a relationship is all about building trust and transparency and being able to speak openly and have open communication. We always tell our clients, it's a really big purchase or it's a really big sale, and if you don't feel comfortable coming to me and asking me a question that you feel is stupid or something you don't want to ask, then it's not a good relationship. And we're all about a relationship, and we're all about our clients having every aspect of information they can. So if they want to buy a fixer, if they want to buy a redone house, we want them to have every single piece of information so that every decision they're making along the way is informative.
And along with that, because we're relationship based, once the transaction closes, it's not like we never talk to them again.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure, okay, they buy a house now, but what is their 3-year plan, 5-year plan? Because that's important. A lot of the times we'll walk into a house and they're like, well, what do you think? And we are not shy about what we think once we get to know them and what they want to do with their lives. So I think being honest, being transparent is really important, because in this industry, you get a lot of agents that are not necessarily
And
like that.
only care about the deal.
And that's just not us.
Yeah, I think when we're talking the industry as a whole, yes, there are people that only care about the deal. They're only looking at their paychecks, not your needs. But then I think here in Los Angeles, the level of what we just talked about is a little bit high, partially because we're an industry town, we're a very cutthroat area where you have people coming and going, and a lot of people that get their real estate license while they're trying to be an actor, or while they're trying to be an influencer, or that model job, those kind of things that are very visual. And so if some of you are watching this, if you notice and look online at agents in LA, they're usually more dressed up. They usually, maybe women have had some Botox. You know, the things you associate with young, youthful, polished Southern California versus an agent in Massachusetts who might, you know, not be so dressed up, but is selling, you know, $3 million homes.
Right.
It's just that difference. But you said something interesting too, is that relationship and continuing the relationship. I have these clients that, speaking cookies, I make these certain cookies, they're so addictive, I have to keep myself from cooking them right now. But like every year on their birthday, I bring them. And so one year the wife was like, you know, I thought we were never going to see you again. And every year you show up with these cookies. That's amazing. Right? Yeah, it's fun. What do you love? Well, I shouldn't say love. We know you love Toluca Lake. Mm-hmm. You're here, you're working, maybe you're making calls, taking care of paperwork, don't have an appointment till the afternoon. Where do you go for lunch?
We're biased because we're right next to Foreman, so it's super easy for us to pop in. And
everyone there is our friends. We love them. They love us.
And we're always running into somebody in the area.
Past clients, people from the neighborhood. So it is our go-to place, and they're right next door.
We like to spread the love. So we're super excited Sweet Salt is open.
Right.
We love Red Maple. I mean, there are just a bunch of great places, but I mean, we are biased to Foreman's only for convenience, and it's really good.
They can slip out the back door.
Exactly.
All right, so we know you have your Valentine's Day event coming up, which I know this is going to be a little bit of a lag. Sorry, guys. Maybe I can take a clip and throw it up on social media. But outside of that, what else do you have planned this year for, like, I know you're going to do the holiday open house. Anything else in between?
We're actually trying to work on kind of like a Toluca Lake monopoly sort of thing. We're working out the details, but we're super excited to fine tune that and kind of bring that to Toluca Lake to get some people out and reward them for coming and shopping and eating and participating in what we love about Toluca Lake.
Amazing. And so if you are visiting Toluca Lake, if you live here and you're stopping by Foreman's, look to your right. It's a cute boutique. I mean, you ladies did such a lovely job here. I mean, it's like someone's mini kitchen and living room. Really.
That's exactly what we were going for.
Yeah.
We didn't want it to be like a stale office. We wanted it to be, you know, people are walking out, they stop in, they say hi, they sit down, they have a coffee. That's the point. So I'm glad it was accomplished.
Absolutely. It's so lovely. And thank you guys for joining me.
Thank you so much for coming by, Corrie.
Yeah, and thank you for everything that you do, because I mean, I've heard you've been out there helping with the media, and they're not even on the chamber board. Like, you're amazing. Keep it up.
Well, there's some good people out there, so we're just happy to help with whatever you all need, you know? So we're appreciative of the opportunity.
I'm going to have these ladies' contact information below, address, phone number, email, so if you want to reach out to them, go right ahead. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and as always, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, take a moment to click the bell for updates and subscribe. It's just a little click, a little button below. Thank you. See you next time.
Bye.